Just like that Nicholas Cruz dude. A lot of people are talking about Nicholas Cruz, that white supremacist who shot up the school, and they've been caping for his stupid ass. They've been making every excuse in the world for this dude, Nicholas Cruz, this white supremacist bastard who shot up 17 people. They're still caping for this guy. The white supremacists are talking about he's not a real white supremacist. That's a hoax. That's a crock of bullshit. Every post this fool made on the internet was nigga this, nigga that. I mean, he was a hardcore white supremacist. He was a hardcore white supremacist. They just did this gun protest in Florida, and I tweeted something. I'm like, that's just deliberate bullshit. That gun control march, they're not about to do nothing with no guns. They're never, ever, 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 ever going to disarm white supremacists in America. They're never going to take their guns. They're never, ever, ever, ever going to take their guns. Never. The gun is the artificial penis for the white supremacists. A gun is the artificial black penis. That's what Dr. Francis Cress Welsing taught us. The gun is the equalizer, meaning equal to the black penis. The gun for the white supremacists is an artificial black penis. Dr. Welsing broke that down beautifully. The way they wear the gun, the way the gun's shaped. The gun is worn on the hip. The bullets represent sperm. It's real deep the way she broke that down. The gun is the great equalizer. Equal to who? Equal to people who have the genetic capacity to kill them naturally, meaning the black male. Black male sperm is bullets to a white supremacist because in their mind, the sperm of a black man can kill off the white genetics. Black sex, especially from the black male, has always been looked upon as a weapon. That's what black folks don't get. This is why they're in constant warfare with us. Black folks are like, man, why they in warfare with us? I ain't doing nothing. I'm just trying to live my life. All that matters. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. They look at the black penis as an object of war. That's why when they lynch black people, they would cut that penis off. That was very significant to them. It was very significant to them. They're never going to get rid of those guns, ever. Y'all need to understand that. That's not going to happen. They're not getting rid of that. You dig? So the thing is, they do these bullshit gun control marches, which will amount to nothing to make it seem like they're doing something. All of a sudden, they marching. The white supremacists in the white society, they don't have to march if they want to get something done. They own and control everything. What you marching for? If you wanted gun control, they would have it. They don't want no damn gun control. Understand that I saw some of the parents of the victims that were shot. They were rocking Trump shirts too. Do you know that some of the parents of the victims who were shot at that school down in Florida, many of them were wearing Trump shirts. They were on team white supremacy too. So they like to throw up this whole bullshit smokescreen gun control argument because they know it's just a nothing burger, as Trump would say. It's a nothing burger. The killer was a Trump-supporting white supremacist terrorist. And they know that. Nicholas Cruz, they've been trying to use every excuse to turn this dude into a child. I've yet to see one report or article that refers to him as a damn man. I haven't seen one. Every article about that killer, he's a child, he's a boy, he's a youth, he's a troubled kid, he's an unruly teen. They went so far as said he's an orphan. You're a grown goddamn orphan. How are you a 19-year-old orphan? They've come up with every excuse to infantilize him, to make this dude a damn child. And the reason why, and the media, the court system, all of them, they've been caping for this dude, and they always cape for these white supremacist killers. And they do that whole mentally ill bullshit. That's a crock of game. And the reason why, you have to understand, because a lot of these people in the dominant society, they keep calling him a child because what they're really saying is, well, that's my child. That's how my child is. See, they see their own children in him. They see their own children in him. That's how their children act. Understand, he's not an anomaly. He's not something that's unique. A lot of white supremacist children or teens or youths are just like him. They sit up online all day talking shit about black people. There's millions of people who do that. You go put on some Xbox Live and you play a game of Xbox or whatever. You got a bunch of white supremacist kids. Fuck you, nigger. You fucking play like a nigger. Yeah, I'm shooting them like I'm shooting the niggers. Yeah, you fucking nigger. I'm gonna kill you like a nigger. It's just nigger fest with these 5 and 6-year-olds. He's their child. That's how they look at him. They look at him as, that's my kid. He's my child. And in a system of white supremacy, understand, a white child can do no wrong. You understand that? In a system of white supremacy, a white child can do no wrong. Whereas a black child deserves to die if he's not obeying. If a black child isn't obeying, well, the white supremacists say, well, the black child deserves to die right there on the spot, and shame on his nigger parents for raising him fucked up to make me kill him. Understand, our sister Corinne Gaines, her family just got, $37 million because the race soldier busted in the house, killed her, and deliberately shot her 5-year-old son. That's where they're getting the money from. They shot her 5-year-old son in the arm. They went in there and shot a fucking 5-year-old, dude. This is how sick these bastards are. But when it comes to the white youth or the white teen or whatever, he's a baby. I know he shot 17 people, but he doesn't know any better. That's just how he is. He just needs a little nap. That's just how he is when he's a little irritable. He's just irritable. The white kid can do no wrong in the system of white supremacy. Black kids, all that nigga deserves to die, lock him up and throw away the key. But you see how when people in the dominant society are out and about with their children, the white kids be acting a damn fool. And listen how they talk to him. Billy, don't set that on fire, Billy. Billy, you're going to get a timeout. And the kids be talking crazy. We've seen them. We've seen these kids. They be talking crazy to their parents. Mom, you're being a fucking bitch, Mom. Billy, you're not going to get any basket of Robin if you have a potty mouth. Mom, just give me the fucking ice cream and stop being a cunt. Billy, you're not going to get a Capri Sun if you're going to keep the potty mouth up. You can do no wrong as a white child. You can do no wrong. A white child can't do shit wrong. You dig? They let them roll and do whatever. They burn down the house, shoot up the school. Billy, if you shoot up the school, you're not going to get any true move. Do you want your true move? Mom, give me the fucking true move. I'm going to shoot up another fucking school, Mom. I want my fucking true move. I want to watch PJ Masks, Mom. Stop fucking around. They can't do no fucking wrong, man. So this is why they keep going in with that kid shit. He's a child, he's a kid. Child, kid, baby, infant, orphan. Just over and over again. to get into the minds of people in the dominant white society. Well, you're not supposed to do anything to a child. Come on now, he's a white child. You don't hurt a white child. Come on now, he's a white child. That means something to them. White children, they protect white children at all costs. And the media understands this, the court system understands this. They protect white children at all costs. So this is why there's such a desire and need to make this dude a fucking child. I mean, he's in court, they got him chained up, they all rubbing his shoulders. Oh, it's okay. This is Nicholas. It's okay, Nicholas. It's okay. It's okay. You want some graham crackers, Nicholas? They patting him the fuck out of here. This dude just killed a bunch of people. He was on some rah-rah shit. Fuck niggas. I kill niggas. Fuck the Jews. Fuck the homosexual. I kill niggas. I hate niggas. Now they done damn near put a onesie on him and a bonnet and a sippy cup. Now he's a baby. Fuck out of here. Fuck that nigga. You dig? So understand the game that these white supremacists are playing. And you got to be on your P's and Q's. Because understand, these white supremacists are preparing themselves. And I always go back to the Inquisition of Spain. Always go to the Inquisition. Always go there. And we have to learn from that. See, this is why history is important. We have to learn from history. Yeah, his lawyer was rubbing him and coddling him. I thought she was going to breastfeed that nigga the way she was rubbing him in court. Like, come on, sweetie. Come on, baby. Like, all right. She about to burp his ass. They really playing up the baby child angle with this Nicholas dude. They're really playing that whack shit up. But going back to Spain, the Inquisition in Spain. When me and Peter went to Spain, I went to some of the museums over there. I went to many of the castles. I really studied the history and the architecture and the social studies of the place. And when they were getting the Moors out, see, the white supremacists there, they had to get their weight up. The white supremacists, they had to get their weight up. See, before they got the Moors out, they had the Inquisition. They had to start cleaning house. Before they got the Moors, they were torturing each other. They were torturing each other up in Spain. I went to the museum and saw the shit they were doing to each other. They were doing some foul shit to each other. I mean, sticking sharp wooden stakes up people's assholes. Oh, they were cutting women in half. They were doing some foul shit to other white people in Spain. They were doing it. It was crazy. But the thing is, they were getting their weight up to get those Moors out of there. They were like, look, we're going to have to start practicing on each other. Now we got our bloodlust ready, so now we can get these Moors up out of here. Once they got the Moors out, that bloodlust was still there, so now we got some of these white people who ain't on team white supremacy, we got them up out of here. We got the Moors up out of here. Vlad the Impaler, he was another one who fought the Moors. Vlad the Impaler, he fought the Moors. And he punished a lot of white people, other white people over there. That's where the Dracula myth comes from. Because he was sticking wooden sticks up people's asses. Not only did Vlad the Impaler put sticks up people's asses and hang them up, he would chop their body parts up and then eat them. Go look at some old pictures and old paintings of Vlad the Impaler. We talked about that in Hidden Colors. Charles Martel, yeah, he fought the Moors back. The Moors, and the reason why the Moors were trying to go over in France, the Moors underestimated Charles Martel. And what happened with the Moors, the reason why they did not conquer France, the Moors were into some infighting with each other. So by the time they got to Charles Martel, there was some split sanctions there within the Moors, and then they got defeated. So it was almost a divide and conquer. They could have. John Henry Clark talked about that. If they really wanted to, they could have got France. But just like, it ain't worth the manpower. Ain't shit up here anyway. It's cold as shit and ain't nothing up here. So they wasn't really tripping. But that's why they like Charles Martel so much in Europe, because he fought off the Moors. But again, if the Moors really wanted to go up there, they could have. But they're like, we don't want to risk the manpower. Ain't shit up in there anyway. We got what we need over here in Spain. Yeah. What you say, the Moors were mostly swarthy rather than black? That's a crock of bullshit, Bill. You can stop that lie. The Moors were jet black. The Moors who went up there in Spain, especially in 711, every description talked about how jet black they were. Almost all the contemporary descriptions of the Moors, they went on and on how black they were. They black as hell, black as ink, black as midnight. They just went on and on about how black they were. So you can stop with that revisionist history shit, all right? Swarthy means dark, all right? Even the word Moor itself means black. But Vlad the Impaler, he was another one who fought the Moors off, and he was over there punishing other white people. He was getting his bloodlust up. That's where they get Dracula from. Man. But they get their weight up by killing each other. They've always done that. They've always practiced on each other first. They've always done that. What divided the Moors? Well, same thing that always divides us. Tribal differences. We black folks, we get too caught up in that. We want to rule, and then somebody else want to rule. We get, mixed in with geographic beefs. You did, because there were different segments of Moors. Because Moor just meant black. The Moors themselves, they didn't call themselves that. So understand, you had several black factions in Spain who were from different parts of Africa. They were black people from different regions that all went to Spain. So they all had they brought their differences with them. You did? They were fighting over power, little dumb shit. You did? And it worked for a long time, but even when they got kicked out of Spain, it was a lot of tribal differences and power differences there that made them fight, and the white supremacists started to codify and crystallize their power, and that's the thing that got them up out of there. Yeah, but we always get into those little family beefs, and they come in and then they infiltrate. Yeah, the Moors was up there banging all the white women up there in Spain. They started fighting over the white women. Speaking of fighting over white women, I saw Nelly Furtado was trending earlier. And there's a bunch of black people commenting on how thick Nelly Furtado got. Nelly Furtado, she done gained a little weight. And she's always been a thick white chick. But boy, when a white chick gets a little ass and gets thick, boy, niggas just lose their mind. She's trending because niggas talking about how thick she is. Like, oh, damn, Lord Jesus. Something thick and white come on. That's how they can control. They can control a whole region of Negroes by sending in thick white women. Boy, niggas don't know how to act. When a thick white woman walk in the room, and she can come in and disarm every Negro in there. Boy, that's a problem. Nelly Furtado is Portuguese, nigga. Where is Portugal? I'll kill me with all the, she's the, and again, the Portuguese, they got that Moorish bloodline. All that ass didn't come from Portugal. That ass came from the African bloodline that's still in Portugal. You did? But understand, Portuguese is white. When you say Portuguese, you're talking white. Even though there's that black strain there, those black genetics there, that's why you got all that ass. And even down in Brazil, all these women, they get that ass directly from Africa, and that ass coming through Portugal. That's why all that ass is floating around Brazil. You dig? Just like the Italians. I've been to Italy before. Those big booty Italian women. That's Africa. They getting that ass from. You dig? But like I was saying that earlier, when I was talking about Black Panther, people want to see new images. You're tired of seeing the same old images. You're seeing the same old images in movies, the same movies. Pirates of the Caribbean. You can't keep seeing Harry Potter 7 and Lord of the Rings Part 8. You're seeing the same movies over and over. With Black Panther, it's something that you've never seen on a big budget film. So the uniqueness of that is refreshing. You get to see a lot of fresh faces, or fresh characters rather. You get to see it in a different setting, because again, most movies, and I've always said that there has to be like a cartoon, and I predict this might happen next. A cartoon, a Disney cartoon set in Africa somewhere. I see that because you got these themes. Like Moana. Moana, the theme is the Polynesian islands, Samoa, Hawaii, Tahiti. What other movies? Like Rio, the theme was Brazil. You have these movies that set in these places. Kung Fu Panda, set in the Orient. So the next thing that would make sense is if there's a movie set somewhere in Africa, a cartoon. Like Princess of the Frog, that was down in New Orleans, I think, right? The Lion King, that was in Africa. That was huge. That was huge. Coco, that was another big movie. My son loved that movie. Coco was set down in Mexico. From what I understand, the brother who directed the Black Panther, Brother Ryan Coogler, I saw an interview where he was talking about Mansa Musa. So that's why it clicked on me. Okay, this is why when I saw the movie Black Panther, I saw some of those remnants, those artifacts that look like they came from Mali, because he's aware of that, and he was talking about how he wanted to do something about Mansa Musa. That would be real fly. That would be real fly. Ryan Coogler's amazing director, man. Real good brother. Amazing brother. He's a young brother too, man. But doing something about Mansa Musa would be great. That would be a major blockbuster. Something about Mansa Musa would be a major blockbuster. Yes, the button, you see that $sign down there? Y'all hit that. Anyway, let me get ready. I gotta start getting stuff ready for the video shoot tomorrow. Y'all want to come down to the video shoot? Players, ladies, y'all want to come on through? Send me an email at kingcasting@yahoo.com. If you are in LA and if you're off work tomorrow, you don't have to go to school. kingcasting@yahoo.com, ladies and gentlemen. kingcasting@yahoo.com. I am about to be up out of here, man. It's been real. Go to hiddencolorsfilm.com. Go to 1804movie.com. Get those movies. Keep that black excellence going. Thank you, Miss Natural Charm. We're going to have a good time tomorrow. We rest up, so I'll be ready to turn up at the club tomorrow. We're going to have a good time tomorrow. I'm going to holler.
All right, we back. Trying to get y'all to understand the propaganda that's going on. I didn't get all of his brothers. It's like an hour long. So I just got the last part, which I wanted to talk about. And that was the part when he was talking about he had brought up how in the medieval times or whatever back in the probably still going on. I don't know, but because everything he was saying was insightful, to a person that they don't know shit. But one thing we don't want to know is what something that's gonna cause pain or sound like it will cause pain, right? By him saying that things going up somebody's ass, which was a spears, whatever. Of course, they're being put to death, right? That's what he was talking about. But it's how he was put to death. He could just say they stabbed them or killed them, but he emphasized on going up their ass. Why would he say some shit like that? Well, why would he even if it was true? Why would he just say they got stabbed or they got tortured or they got punished? That's why they have words like that. So you won't have to go into the description, because I'm pretty sure they all didn't get killed like that. I mean, unless that's part of the. I mean, I just don't. But the reasons why he said that, why he would say something like that about putting up the ass, he kind of made sure that you heard it right. He said it a few times, I believe. But the reason why he's saying that, because remember, he said that, plus he's talked about, talk about the movie and talk about, well, I don't think I got that part. I didn't take that part. I took the last 15, 20 minutes of it. He talked about more of that in the beginning. But he talked about the boy, Cruz. I keep forgetting his first name. Yeah. But he, talk about him, talk about, about women, But see, the reason why he talked about those things and he focused on the comfortable part about going up your ass with the spear, because that relates to what? What does that relate to? That relates to the fear of genetic survival for the race. So here he is, they being the man that's supposed to represent black people. He's putting fear in black people about going up your butt, of going up your ass. The spirit. So if you sit there talking about going up your ass, that's why they put homosexuality. That's what he talked about homosexuals, how Cruz was against homosexuals, against niggas, against what race niggas talk. That's how niggas talk. That's how black people talk. That's how everybody talk like that. All kids talk like that. Kids talk about niggas. That's all they hear. Everything niggas do, white people do after they do. So this ain't got nothing to do with racism or being racist or being a white supremacy. This got to do with how kids are. I went to Newport Beach during the summertime because I went to every dog park in Southern California except the one in Newport. So I wanted to go to Newport because I put Newport in my little rap back when I was 18. So I wanted just to say I went to Newport just to go, just to see the dog park. The dog beach. So when I get down there and I find it, it was empty, because I went on a weekday. And I was walking, and I think I put it on YouTube. I saw some white kids dancing, or had a little beach party, like because their house is right there. Because I saw the little camp thing with their house. Near whoever they were, the beach house. They were rich kids, So they were all dancing and stuff. I knew the music was black people's music, hip hop, but I couldn't hear the words. But then I got closer just so I could hear who they were playing. And those kids was dancing all, how white people dance. These kids no more than 18, 19, maybe younger than that, but. When I got closer, I started hearing the word nigger. Nigga this, nigga that. Not the white people, the singers, the singing in the songs. It was the black people singing nigga this, nigga that, And they were jamming to it. They were run. I got a little videotape. I put it, but it was kind of far, so I couldn't get the real good sound in it. But that's what these kids. This ain't no white supremacy. Because I was raised with white folks. I was raised with these white kids. I used to go to Newport all the time as a kid in the 80s when I started driving and stuff. I used to go to Newport Beach to just play basketball down there because we had some fine ass girls watching, and we had all kind of races down there during this time going down there. We would just go down there. That's where Dennis Rodman, he came out. We paved the way for Dennis Rodman to go out there and live down there. We paved the way for him. We used to go in there all the time during the 70s and 80s. My mom days to take us down to go fishing on the pier all night when you could fish all night on the pier. This is in the 70s. So I was raised out there with white people. I knew white people. I knew more about white people than black people. You know what I'm saying? So all that, everything that they do, they're pretty much trying to get us to do it. But they still copy off from us because once we get it, we perfect it, then they copy off of wherever we create. But they start whatever we do. Like these black girls acting all like hoes and hair and doing this. White girls doing that shit in the 80s, 70s, 80s. Because I grew up with them. I was right there with them, watching them. The black girl was like that. Black girl was religious. They knew not to act up at school and acting all. We even seen that shit where I was living at. They maybe in the hood they were doing that, and somewhere where were you in L.A. or in the hood, black hoods all over America, but not where I was living at. They weren't doing that shit. One time I saw black folks at church. That's when they got dressed up and started showing their spirit. But during the week at school, nah. Not in my school. Maybe at Valley. That's school I would have went to if we would have moved over to that white side, the all white side, upper middle class side. So these white kids was coming up like that, and so I would see a lot of kids like Nicholas, like that dude, can't think of his name now, Cruz, the one that killed us. So I would see kids like that. I grew up with kids like that. Cause I lived where he lived in Coral Springs. That's near Coral Springs. I lived there for during the summertime of '97. Right after I had gotten into with Donald Trump. Because after I met Donald Trump and said what I said to him and got him ready for the presidential election 20 years later. That's when I drove out to New York. But before I drove to New York from California, I went to Florida first. That's when I went down there to Coral Springs, and I knew somebody down there. And I stayed with them for about a month, 2 months, and I got a chance to see how it was around. It was real upper middle class. It's like a suburb of outside of Miami. For a lot of